What up, everybody? It's your boy, Pyro Slays Music. Today, we're checking out the Weakerthans, Left and Leaving. I've been loving the Weakerthans. Loving John K. Sampson. So, really excited to come into this next album. If you guys remember, it was like a year ago, we reacted to Fallow, and that album just grew on me so much. I'll be honest, I was a little afraid to move on from that album because of how much I enjoyed it. You know what I mean? It was just one of those things where you like something so much, you're like, I don't know if I want to continue just yet. Like, I'm really loving this. But here we are. We're going to, and yeah, I really, like I said, it might be the time of the year too, around fall, autumn. My vibe of music definitely has this little more folk element, and it's funny. I don't know if this is exactly folksy, but like if I was ever gonna call something like folk emo, this would be pretty close to what I would imagine out of that. I think, yeah. Regardless, let's hop in here and get this. I'm pretty stoked. Again, I'll give my full rating at the end. I'll sprinkle in some ratings here and there as we go through, but I don't know if I'll rate every track per se. But I will tell you what I'm, enjoying or disliking or whatever as we go throughout. So let's get it. Everything must go.
Garage sale Saturday, I need to pay my heart's outstanding bills. A cracked up compass and a pocket watch, some plastic daffodils. Cutlery and coffee cups I stole from all-night restaurants. A sense of wonder only slightly used, a year or two to haunt you in the dark. For a phone call from far away, with a hi, how are you today? And a sign, recovery comes to the broken ones. Wage slave 40-hour work week weighs 1,000 kilograms. So bend your knees comes with a free fake smile for all your dumb demands. A cordless razor that my father bought when I turned 17. A puke green sofa and the outline to a complicated dream of dignity. For a laugh too loud and too long,
right. So, right off the rip, I gotta say the drums really were popping here for me. Like, really nice. The whole production and mixing, I feel like, is a step up so far just off of this track comparatively what we were hearing in the last album. I like that rawer sound, don't get me wrong, but this does sound really good, really good. Very chill, kind of typical vibe, but still it's just really nice layering with the mixing, like where everything was kind of at differentials. I dug that a lot. This is the perfect time of the year for this. Perfect. I was just like letting those words like flow over me. I wasn't even following along fully, but it was just like I love the personal storytelling here. This is really nice. That's gonna go on a playlist for sure. Aside. Now we have heard Aside. I reacted to that a while back, and I want to say it was a Versus because I believe Bayside covered Aside. So I did a Versus of those two songs. You can find that out on the channel. But let's jump into Aside here. We're going to listen through.
Measure me in metered lines in one decisive stare. The time it takes to get from here to there. My ribs that show through t-shirts and these shoes I got for free. I'm unconsoled, I'm lonely, I am so much better than I used to be. Terrified of telephones and shopping malls and knives, and drowning in the pools of other lives. Rely a bit too heavily on alcohol and irony, get clobbered on by courtesy, in love with love and lousy poetry. Between past and present tense, and I'm losing all those stupid games that I swore I'd never play, but it almost feels okay. Circumnavigate this body of wonder and uncertainty, armed with every precious failure and amateur cartography. Breathe in deep before I spread those maps out on my bedroom floor. And I'm leaning on this broken fence between past and present tense, and I'm losing all those stupid games that I swore I'd never play, but it feels okay, and I'm leaving with goodbye.
All right, so great track, first of all. Really, really great track. I just want to say how much I appreciate, again, the mixing and production here. We have a very raw sound. Those drums, if they aren't perfectly laid in there, that hollow sound bugs the shit out of me, but they had them nice and low comparatively to everything else, so it didn't like overtake everything, and that was perfect. I absolutely really appreciated that. And then it just added this element of rawness to the whole album without overwhelming it. So just right on. It's good shit. Let's go ahead and jump over to Watermark. And this is 12 tracks. And I didn't state earlier, July 25th, 2000 is when this album dropped. So we're in some 2000s earliest of the 2000s. Right meow. Watermark. Let's get it.
I count to 3 and grin. You smile and let me in. We sit and watch the wall. You painted purple. Speech will spill on space. Our little cups of grace. Pauses rattle on about the way that you cut that snow fence, brave the blood, the metal of those hearts that you always end up pressing your tongue to. How your body still remembers things you told it to forget. How those furious affections followed you. Got this store-bought way of saying I'm okay, and you've learned how to cry in total silence. We're talented and bright, we're lonely and uptight. We found some lovely ways to disappoint, but the airport's always almost empty this time of the year. So let's go play on a baggage carousel. Set our watches forward like we're just arriving here from a past we left in a place we knew too well. We knew too well.
You know, I was thinking about it, and it's kind of funny. You know what early Weakerthans reminds me of? A little bit, or maybe vice versa, but Jimmy Eats World. Early Jimmy Eats World. I've only heard a few tracks, but it kind of reminds me of something similar to this style. And just reminded me I need to go do a dive on that band as well here soon in the future. I love me some Jimmy Eat World. Every time I've seen him live, just killing it. Tangent, holy shit. Chuck's not even here and I'm tangenting. Okay, so yeah, this is everything I want from a Weakerthans track. Again, the instruments and stuff just are popping. There was a lot of like stuff coming in and out at like that. Was that a triangle? I felt like that was a triangle, and that was really cool. Yeah, no, this is really nice, and it's a short track too. I actually kind of felt like John was maybe tapping into his like propaganda days a little bit here. Obviously not to the speed of that, of course, but like this is a little faster paced than I don't know. It was maybe it's the drive of the song. It was definitely slower than your typical punk song. Don't get me wrong. Hey, you. What you doing, huh? What you doing? Hey. You find a mouse? Huh? Did you find a mouse? She's been looking. She's looking for that mouse, let me tell you. This is the thing. I'm out here filming in basically a garage and out in the middle of, very rural. And those little bastards, man, they get in. They get in here. I hate it. It is what it is. But all right, enough tangenting. Let's continue on. Pamphleteer. And Watermark definitely goes on the playlist. Oh, my God.
Rush hour, faces turned around. I clutch my stack of paper, press one to a chest, then watch it swoop, stutter to the ground. I'm weary with right angles, abbreviated daylight, waiting for winter to be done. Why do I still see you in every mirrored window, in all that I could never overcome? How I don't know what I should do with my hands when I talk to you. How you don't know where you should look, so you look at my hands. How movements rise and then dissolve, melted by our shallow breath. How causes dance away from me. I am your pamphleteer. I walk this room in time to the beat of the Gestetner, contemplate my next communique. The rhetoric and treason of saying that I'll miss you, of saying, hey, well, maybe you should stay. Saying no what force on earth could be weaker than the feeble strength of one like me, remembering the way it could have been. So help me with this barricade. No surrender, no defeat. A specter's haunting Albert Street. I am your pamphleteer. I'm your pamphleteer.
some interesting sounds there. I just like how chill this is. I don't really know what the story's about per se. A lot of times because I was actually listening to the instruments, which was what? Okay, the guitar in here. There was parts. It almost sounded like I don't know what they're called, but when the guitar's on its side and it's like on the table, I want to say it's called like a slide guitar or something like that. At times, it almost sounded like that, and so I was like, "Is that what that is?" The lyricism is really nice and unique as well. I don't know many songs that are singing about a pamphleteer. Jesus, I can't say the word. And no, it just had a really nice feel, and musically, it had some surprising things pop up that I was like, intriguing. I'm really kind of captivated by the drums in this so far. Just so light and really, really nice. The guitar too, because it kind of just comes in and just does a couple licks and dips. That's gonna go in a playlist. This is a Fire Door, Never Leave Open.
Race towards the corner of the dining room and half illuminate a face before they disappear. You breathe in 40 years of failing to describe a feeling. I breathe out smoke against a window, trace the letters in your name. Our letters sound the same, full of all our changing. It isn't change at all straight line circles sometimes. Somewhere there's a box full of replacement parts too. All the tenderness we've broken or let rust away. Somewhere sympathy is more than just a way of leaving. Somewhere someone says I'm sorry. Someone's making plans to stay. So tell me it's okay. Tell me anything or show me there's a pull unassailable that will lead you there from the dark alone to benevolence that you've never known or you knew when you were before and can't remember. headlights race towards the corner of the dining room and half illuminate a face before they disappear.
Again, the storytelling here really, really, really well done. Just painting that picture, like even like at the end there with the these frameworks labeled home, headlights race towards the corner of the dining room, and half illuminate a face before they disappear. I just love that imagery through this whole thing. The imagery was just chef's kiss. Without mythologies, and this will be the halfway point of this LP.
Slippery concrete, black and full of muddy slush, contrasting with the hoarfrost clean and hung. On a tunnel of silent, shivering trees, the ones you said you'd like to be, and the birds that screamed at the sun. Now buried deep below the ground, beneath the snow, I press my shoulder to this wall between us. I know you are behind me, and I press my shoulder to this wall, determined not to turn around. I do and see you standing, still that statue that I molded in my mind to kiss, so beautiful you'll never move again. Far away, some sad table littered with chip plates, with bad light in 48 frames from a movie on a cutting room floor. You said true meaning would be dying with you, and though I wanted to, I did not smile. But now I will give up on this wall that I have fought with, never uncover meaning behind our rich words. If I could, I would make you a raging river with angry rapids supplied with rain, so you could always meander and forever be able to run away without contending with myths wrongly interpreted, with pain. A harsh wind.
All right, so I'm just going to be honest here. This one, I feel like kind of was a miss for me, just being from a sound perspective. No. Yeah, I didn't overly enjoy it. However, there was a lot of pluses to this, and this isn't a song I would skip if it did come on. But I like that this is a little bit more artistic. The sound was, that they're definitely playing with the sound here a little bit. There's some really interesting sonic textures that kind of come through, like chunky there at the end, which was intriguing to say the least. So in that kind of retro, like that kind of a viewpoint, I did enjoy it, like the experience. But this isn't a track that I'm going to be listening to, you know what I mean, constantly. Still, like, again, some really interesting sonic textures. I like that as a middle point, though, for sure. Would have been an interesting ending track, too, but I like it where it's at. Left and Leaving.
My city's still breathing, but barely, it's true. Through buildings gone missing like teeth, the sidewalks are watching me think about you. Sparkled with broken glass, I'm back with scars to show. Back with the streets I know will never take me anywhere but here. I know we meet here for our dress rehearsal to say I wanted it this way. Wait for the year to drown. Spring forward, fall back down. I'm trying not to wonder where you are.
Just good for the soul, man. Just good for the soul. Just hits the spot. Like, I don't know if it's like there's just a lot of things in the lyrics that I can actually like relate to in odd ways. You know what I mean? You quit hopping up and down back there? Yeah, you're disturbing the peace. Golly. Elegy for Elizabeth. This is a longer one for sure.
much has happened in that every sound consecrate our whispering, the words that better never heard.
Absolutely gorgeous song. Fantastic writing here. Fantastic writing. Very interesting soundscapes. And what I have to just say that this band is doing so wonderfully on this album is they're doing a lot of noisier sounds that could really take over and just like completely ruin the sound, right? And they're putting them at levels where like it's just on the cusp of like, oh, that might be annoying. And then you're like, no, actually that sounds great. But it's doing some really interesting things to keep it fresh. Like, I really appreciate it. This is a good track playlist right now. Right meow. History to the defeated.
There's blood in the sink, and he's plunging his wrists in. A hangover halo is washing away. Mechanic school dropout stares into the mirror, stands up in his derelict daydreams. Always too tall, always walked around wearing a smile that was never quite sure of itself. Planning a future of failures inflicted in phone calls from strip clubs and bail bonds. There's a light left on. There's a pace to our direction. There's a movie still. A heart I'd like to mention. Don't give me that look. I looked harder than most did. Let details like sharp nails punch holes in my shoes. Soft trace to frown as I put the receiver down. Where do I go for a pardon? There's a light left on. There's a pace to our direction. a signed Slayer t-shirt, car up on blocks in his mother's backyard.
One, Slayer. And two, what the hell was up with that Tiny Tim type shit right there before that Slayer line? That was odd. It was funny. It worked. It was just, I was like, huh? So what the hell is this? That was good. They're doing some really wonky things instrumentally, or I don't even know. It's working though. It's working really nicely. And there's a lot of care put into the mastering and mixing and all that good shit. You could just, I love how there's certain things popping up in one ear and not the other. You know, it's just really paints it, like, especially these headphones. I just feel like I'm in a room surrounded by it. Like it's awesome. Exiles Among You. Let's keep it going. We only got 3 more.
Body's a difficult sister, and she loves her and hides her somewhere in herself, safe from harm. She's barely coasting into a paycheck, stuck on empty. Her blue eyes frozen green in the low-lit ATM. I need a way to measure the distance. I need a way to say why. Out of breath or out of key, her voice resonated in me. Wish on everything, pray that she remains proud and strange and so hopelessly hopeful. Her body's a difficult sister, and she loves her and hides her somewhere in herself, safe from harm. Her night shift is over, she's writing you a postcard to say that she's okay and it's raining there again. My fury's rising faster than bus fares. Could someone clarify why there's no structured narrative, no neat storyline to explain? Wish on everything, pray that she remains proud and strange and so hopelessly hopeful. She's bears on the wish on everything, pray that she remains proud and strange and so hopelessly hopeful.
Rusty Windmill?
She shoplifts some Christmas gifts and a bracelet for herself, and considers phoning home. Has some quarters in her hand, but she sits down on the sidewalk and bites her bottom lip and spends the afternoon wheeling traffic lights to change.
fantastic. Right in a playlist. This whole album is just really, really good. I'm excited. I'm trying to ponder like what my rating is going to be here at the end. Like, I'm very impressed. This is a good step from the previous album for sure. And just in a lot of nuanced ways, like instrumentally. So really, really nice. My favorite chords.
They're tearing up streets again. They're building a new hotel. The mayor's out killing kids to keep taxes down. And me and my anger sit folding a paper bird, letting the curtains turn to beating wings. Wish I had a socket set to dismantle this morning. Just one pair of clean socks and a photo of you. When you get off work tonight, meet me at the construction site, and we'll write some notes to tape to the heavy machines. Like we hope they treat you well, hope you don't work too hard. We hope you get to be happy sometimes. And bring your Swiss Army knife and a bottle of something. And I'll bring some spray paint and a new deck of cards. Hey, I found the safest place to keep all our tenderness, keep all those bad ideas, keep all our hope. It's here in the smallest bones, the feet and the inner ear. It's such an enormous thing to walk and to listen. And I'd like to fall asleep to the beat of you breathing in a room near a truck stop on a highway somewhere. Well, you are a radio, you are an open door. I am a faulty string of blue Christmas lights. You swim through frequencies, you let that stranger in as I'm blinking off and on and off again. And we've got a lot of time, or maybe we don't, but I'd like to think so. So let me pretend. Well, these are my favorite chords. I know you like them too. When I get a new guitar, you could have this one and sing me a lullaby. Sing me the alphabet. Sing me a story
Yeah, that's another winner for me. Right in a playlist. I like the kind of like bluesy guitar licks that were in this. That it kind of reminded me of growing up. I think my mom had a Christmas album by him, but I don't know if she listened to him more than that. But I think Chuck listens to him quite a bit. But Vince Gill kind of had some bluesy guitar licks, kind of reminiscent of what I remember of Vince Gill. Take that for what it is. Before we hit this final song here, do me a solid, hit that like button, hit the subscribe if you want to come hang out and jam some tunes. I try my best to kind of capture that, I grew up in the 90s, early 2000s, and I know when I first got my vehicle, I was like, me and my friends, we'd grab an album. It really didn't matter what, honestly, because it would be rock, metal, rap, country, whatever, right? And we would all just, a lot of times we would drive. We'd drive and just listen to the whole album. But, there was also times we were just hanging out and just jamming tunes. And I try my best to kind of capture that. A little harder to do when you're solo, whatever. I got my little doggo in the back. But, when Chuckles and I are doing it, or me and Aaron or whoever else we have on, that's kind of what we try to capture here, and I really like doing this. It's fun. A little bit of music discovery. Let's go ahead and wrap this up, and then we're going to get into ratings. I am super confused where to put this one. So, Slips and Tangles.
We're rolling.
Neon lights and slinking purple skies squeeze out soft regrets from all our lives. I greet another door that opens in to that place where we repeatedly begin. Up in try, slipping on. I wonder why I face affectionate embrace. Another urban wasteland thick with fears. Icy lights that shine like frozen television tears. Oh, dying embers of another day. Please tell me what it is I want to say. I'm tangled up in try, slipping on. Wonder why I face affectionate embrace. Affectionate embrace.
Okay, so I want to say right off the rip, we don't have any bad songs on this album. I think Without Mythologies is probably the lowest one, and that's probably more in the like 5 or 6 range, right? It's middle to good. Like, it's just not good enough to be in a playlist for me. Slips and Tangles was probably right after that. But everything else was like really, really, really well done. I think even the ones I didn't care for, those two, and I don't care for, middle ground, those are extremely well done as well. So the ratings are going to be interesting. First off, huge ups, huge ups here. I think what carry this album. We have lyricism. We have so much care and thought put into the mixing and sound levels of each instrument. Just masterfully done, honestly. Like the music itself is, it comes off as simple because of how slow and chill it is, but there's a lot of things coming in and out and just things that were perfectly leveled so it didn't sound bad. So extremely well done there. The vocals, I think they are what they are, but I felt like there were some really nice vocal moments in here as well. But it doesn't bother me either way. I just like the storytelling that they have. So catchiness, obviously, if we're talking more catchiness, this album doesn't have that. Where I felt like maybe Fallow might have had some more catchier tunes. I felt like this was a very good progression from that album, and this feels a little more artsy, in my opinion, even maybe. Let's go. I don't think it's mid. I don't think it's good. I don't think it's great. I think this is superb. Let's go with a flat 8. It's most of this is in a playlist. Huge shout out to the Weakerthans. Obviously, I don't think they're still a band, but I wish they were. That'd be awesome. Like I could definitely do some more Weakerthans for sure. But definitely, support them where you can. I don't know if you can buy merch and stuff. Yeah, I'm sure they have merch. Yeah, right there. They got merch. Go buy some merch, and you can still support them. And if you don't want to do it, monetarily, you can. Actually, I don't know if they have any socials. Well, I think about it. Maybe a Facebook or something. Not really sure. But if they do have socials, make sure you get over there and follow them. Otherwise, just share the music with your friends. You know what I mean? That's part of the process here. And it's a lot of fun. Again, shout out to Lost Motel for writing my ass about this one in the Discord, like last month. What are you fucking doing, guy? What are you doing? What are you doing with your life? You need more Weakerthans. I'm happy I did. Superb, flat 8. I'm Pyro Slays Music, and until next time, bitches.